fans, and happy Halloween to everybody. Wanted to get out here a Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween full review. So just so you know, there are going to be some spoilers involved, talking about the movie in a little bit more detail, a little bit more specifics than the initial reaction. But let me tell you about that first watch, that initial reaction. So went to go see this with the kids, and we really had so much fun with it, really enjoyed it. Loved it on a lot of levels. Had pretty low expectations because of what I had seen from the critics, and yeah, I was just pleasantly surprised. Enjoyed what they did with it, enjoyed that it wasn't too scary and that my children could have fun with it, and that made for a really enjoyable experience. Second time I watched it was a date night with my wife, and I still really enjoyed it that time. But without the kids there, I think I noticed the cheesiness a lot more. It was a lot more apparent for some reason. But now don't get me wrong here. Cheesy doesn't necessarily mean bad. I enjoyed that with the cheesiness. It keeps it kind of low key, keeps it at a lower level that doesn't ever get too dark or creepy. Although Slappy in and of himself does provide plenty of creepy.
I love a good holiday sale.
Oh, Slappy. But yeah, so yeah, I've seen it twice, saw it twice. It was great. Great little Halloween adventure for everyone to enjoy. So make sure to check it out. In the first movie, you'll remember Jack Black, who played R.L. Stine, and reprises that role in this second movie in a shorter, more limited role, more like a cameo. But he was teaching an English class at the end of the movie and talks about how every great story has three parts: the beginning, the middle, and the twist, right? So that was kind of cool. And for me, I think that was something that I loved so much about this sequel, and watching it the first time, was kind of the twist for me. And that wasn't just, the end part, which they did have a pretty big twist there, maybe even, setting up some kind of sequel, or a third movie, I guess. Although I don't know that we'll get that. This one hasn't been rolling in the big bucks or anything like that. Its box office has been pretty mild. I don't know. The first one didn't do that great either, and this one's significantly lower than that. So I don't know that we'll get a third one, but it could be pretty cool to see cast from the first one join forces with cast from the second one to work together to try to go get R.L. Stine. I don't know. That's just an idea I had. But for me, the twist really was just in the story of the sequel, in Haunted Halloween. From the trailers, we saw familiar monsters that were in the first one, so I thought it was just going to kind of play out that way. Figuring that, the book being opened, as was pointed out by one of my YouTube viewers in a comment, could be that very book that you wrote at the end of the first one to bring all the monsters back out again. But no, it was a twist for me that it wasn't that. And so trying to piece all that together as the story went along, I thought it was actually really intriguing and really cool, and a great way to do a second movie with it. And so I was really enjoying that, figuring out why Slappy wasn't, quite being exactly the same as Slappy that we saw in the first one. Well, because it was a different Slappy. It was from a different book, that first book that R.L. Stine had ever written. So I thought that was pretty awesome. So I loved that twist to it, and for a while there you get to see Slappy kind of use powers almost in a good way. I mean, not totally good because it's still Slappy, but but trying to help out the kids and trying to for his own selfish purposes of teaming up with them all and whatever. So anyways, that to me was cool, and a pleasant surprise, and a refreshing take on the story for it. So I thought that was great. What can you take from this movie? What kind of take-home message do you get? Well, I mean, there is something maybe to be said about monsters from our past. Maybe we think we've covered them up or we've hidden them, but really it's better to deal with those, take care of those things properly so they don't come back to haunt us. Know what I mean? But all that being said, I think Mr. Chu also gives us a great message from the movie, and in all of he's the neighbor, right? You know, that did all the elaborate, crazy decorations. And he just jokingly says, you know, to the main characters,
I'm gonna have these puppies up and running in no time. You know, for the kids.
Okay.
but really, that's it. That's the message. It's for the kids. It's fun. Halloween should be fun. So have fun. Be safe. You know, when you're out trick-or-treating, be smart. And just be safe and have a good time, because Halloween should be fun. It's for the kids. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Hope you have a happy Halloween. Goosebumps 2. Saw it twice.